Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we're back with turn 44 in Mountain Arena. Mictlan, my fatigue play worked! Given that Curse of Stones and the Province Order Scales were the primary ingredients in the plan, the big risk factor was that Lanka would have probed my position with a gem burning force rather than risking his army. I spent my entire stockpile of Earth gems last turn, and as I had only started searching Earth income via the Crystal Throne quite recently, but I'm sure he felt very motivated to push towards my capital to capitalize on my defeat of Tianqi, which he actually did. Lanka mentioned that to us in the message. However, I made an important scripting mistake. Somewhere in the last half hour of scripting, I forgot about imps and changed the formation of my rearguard troops in a way that exposed some of my mages to the imps. Because most of my mages were traveling through multiple provinces, bodyguards weren't an easy option. Imps killed 3 of my Turkey mages. More importantly, they killed Master Gibber, and thus brought down Quagmire and Grip of Winter. I didn't even see Grip of Winter get flashed up there. I imagine you also noted they were in melee with Circle Master, responsible for Rigor Mortis for a few turns. I didn't notice that, but good to know. Master Gibber will be missed. He and his trustworthy water elemental served me well, but ultimately my Archdevil, he is an acceptable loss. I always have others to fill his role. I lost 3 more Turkey mages in the retreat. They all need their Turkey form to reach the battle. And, oh, he lost 3 more in the retreat from Wailing Winds. And in their first 2 turns of script to do their actual job in the battle, and their first few turns, script turns, but I perhaps could have saved a couple of them if I had changed them, done the change shape for +2 morale in their last script slot. Okay. Interesting. Didn't know they lost morale. Meanwhile, I now border Yomi and Agartha. Agartha has demanded the steel ovens. That site is only of modest utility to me, given how far my mage recruitment centers. But that fort is my only infrastructure in the region, so I don't want to give it up. Of course, losing my largest standing army fighting Agartha would cost me more. With Olms, it's hard to rely on one's scripting, but it's a drain province and I have 2 anti-magic casters, 4 poison ward casters, and enough water mages to do some fire resistance spam. So I do think I have the tools to destroy his troops if his main battlefield spells are Foul Vapors and Curse of Stones. I will have to hope that the Curse of Strength, that Curse and Strength of Giants are sufficient to kill or rout his Pretender in Vanheim's Dominion. Or that I get a lucky Soul Slay off as I hit Thom 5 this turn. Oh, so he did go for Thom. On a final note, my economic situation is more damaged by fighting than it might seem. A lot of my blood hunters spent these past few turns researching or fighting, and due to the need to invest in labs and PD dumps, I've only been producing mages with gold, not Jaguar warriors. I've also been desperate enough to spend nature gems on Jaguars, which are not a great deal, even with the Conjuration discount site. But I have a lot of nature gems stockpiled and I need military power now, so Jaguar summoning it is. This is one of the cool things, like, I think like when you play the game really well, which obviously Mictlan's doing here, like things which aren't normally optimal, like, you know, you start getting like niche use cases and then it's like, okay, well we should lean into them and adapt, and he's doing that really, really well. Most of my blood ones are in the Sarmatia region, and a lot of my blood hunting chaff has been misplaced. I'll be mass-producing Indie Slingers in Sarmatia this turn to make up for Lanka killing the blood-hunting chaff that I've been trying to march to the region. Okay, a message from Lanka. Man, that fight was brutal. I've never seen a battle that one-sided, much less been a victim of one. A lot of stuff went wrong for me, including Order 2. That said, okay, yeah, so he noticed the scales difference. That said, he should have been able to see this from Eyes of God, by the way. That said, full respect to Mictlan, that was just a beautiful play. Peak Dominions. Yep. Our Monkey Boys situation is kind of rough. With the loss that big, I'm sure both Tiernan and Agartha will be salivating at the chance to roll through my lands. Hopefully they hesitate, because if they move decisively, they'll easily roll through. Best case for the monkeys is Yomi and Agartha stepping up to contain Mictlan while we rebuild and get our blood economy properly set. Hey, at least our upkeep went way down. Yeah, that's a silver lining. Message from Yomi. Political situation on the map is disturbing. At first I was thinking Tianqi, Lanka, and Vanheim should be able to roll back some of Mictlan and Agartha. Should be able to roll back some of mictlan's progress, but after 2 spectacular battles, it looks like they can contain him at the most. In the territory double their size, which is not good enough. 605. I supplied Vanheim with enough air jams to wipe the doom stack, but I doubt he will use it wisely. Most likely mictlan will kite him until a trap is ready, or just burn his stocks with gym triggers. 6:07 p.m. I'm forced to interfere, but it would be hard to fight. It would be hard to fight in X-Van lands and order scales, with order scales still lingering. Yeah, because he also wants chaos. And we have just a couple battles. We have some Vanheim thugs rolling out. Halberd of Might and an air gem. I guess this is for Gift of Flight. No, for Mist Form. On the side of mictlan, there's an elephant. And some jaguars, importantly. Oh, they killed the commander. But I think there's still the tribal chief. So they eat this dude. And this guy, has he killed anybody? And he hits for 43 damage. What's going on? Oh no, and the elephant. Yikes. Kills 2 jaguars. Okay. I was like, God, he should be killing with the Halberd of Might. But so he killed 2. Did you do a gear donation? Nope, nobody here to pick up the gear. Niflheim attacking Agartha for reasons. Oh wait, where is this? I guess he's actually just dodging the Tianchi armies, which are probably running around trying to kill him. This is an unpredictable move. That's so funny. Okay, anything else? I believe this is the... This is Satana, or whatever. This was the maid she recruited through seduction. She's in her home province, I believe, right? She gets that home morale bonus, yeah. She's casting Gifts of Heaven. Oh, sadly, those things are wasted on the wolves. Ooh, Flame Eruption, hello. That was actually... Those wolves were the only thing saving you from that Dione, though. That was actually really funny. This would be like a good Dominion short. It's like... One second. It's like you're safe to cast Gifts of Heaven, right? And then what does he do? Oh, fuck! Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God, that's so funny. All right, let's see what Yummy's doing. Yummy's already on top of this fort. That's nice. Tianchi's got a big stack here. mictlan is not out of the woods. He's had some amazing fights. Tianchi's got a big fucking army right here. Big fucking army. Yeah. Okay, so what remains to be seen is Agartha going to try to fight here? Is Vanheim going to fight here? mictlan is now looking a little bit betwixt and between. This is a prop... I mean, there's a lot of Van Heers, all right? And if he just slams a ton of air elementals, like 30 air elementals, which, I don't know, when I looked at the turn, he didn't have 15 Van Jarls to do 30 air elementals. But if he did, and with this many Van Heers, it could be a really rough day for mictlan. I mean, what is going to happen? I have no idea. This might be our current turn. Let's, I'm going to pause and see if it is. Sadly, this is our current turn, and these guys are waiting. I finally caught up. I've been behind on this one. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see what's going to happen. I guess we really don't know. I think Agartha is going to fight him. I don't know. I don't think... I mean, honestly, yeah, I actually don't think Agartha is going to win. Especially if he has fire mages here, which he says he does, to get fire buffs on these guys. The fire, like, these magma kids are going to evaporate, right? Like, they're very good. They're very killy. They're going to hurt. They're a great component. They're a great thing to have in your army as Agartha, right? Like, they're amazing. But they're going to evaporate. And, like, ethereal, depending on what point buffs, he clearly is willing to commit all the mages he needs. If he puts enough point buffs on these troops, like, it'll be a trample quagmire for the god. If he turns the god into a caster and foul vapors, this army's too killy. You're not going to foul vapors it in time. I don't see how this works. I think Agartha's in a big, tough way. Like, this is going to be... I mean, having these would be nice. Maybe he can get them there in a couple turns. Maybe make a lab. And, by the way, Agartha trying to negotiate this from him, I think is the right play, because it's going to be mutually destructive, but I don't think Agartha can win it. So if they could get... But for mictlan, it kind of makes sense. Like, if they could buy off Agartha, then they could come over here, because already they're going to have Yomi coming through. So it's going to be spicy. This is one of the kind of things, though, where, like, because, like, Yomi is going to come in precisely because mictlan was doing so well. So that's one of the problems of, like, getting coalitioned, is that, like, once you get coalitioned, you're in this, like, weird logical trap, which is, like, you want to fight off the coalition. If you're successful in fighting them off, then it just demonstrates to everybody else on the map that they need to also join the coalition and fight you. If you fail in fighting off the coalition, you probably lose. You know, so it's kind of a lose-lose situation once you get coalitioned, unless you can diplomacy your way out of it. Anyhow, pretty quick episode here. I was thinking there might be more this turn, but there's not. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll flash up score graphs real quick in the little outro here. mictlan #1 in provinces. TNG #2. Forts, mictlan #1. We've got a few people. I think Lanka's #2, tied with, looks like Yomi. And who's the other person? Agartha. Income, TNG tied with mictlan. Very cool. TNG's in a very strong position. Gym income, they're tied with mictlan now, too. Very strong position. Research, nobody's caught up with Ubar yet. TNG position 1 in research. mictlan, pretty close position 2, with Lanka right behind him. Lanka's doing amazing researching, keeping up with these guys in research as well as he's doing. Dominion, TNG right up here at the top. Next is Lanka. mictlan all the way down here. That's another way to fight mictlan, is if you can just dom push them and put, like, Vengeful Waters and shit out. I mean, they can fight back, but they really don't want to spread their dominion. Army size? Oh my god, look at that Lanka battle. Look at that TNG battle. But mictlan, these have been little speed bumps for him. Now, a lot of what the fact that the Lanka graph's so high make these graphs look smaller. Oh god, what was this? This was the Vanheim battle. These bumps are more significant because this is all built on, like, a pile of, like, slave chaff that's, like, this tall, right? So he actually is losing a significant portion of his army. But importantly, it's bouncing back up very quickly. He's got unit production. He's holding down that button, making more units. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.